Hi, this is Brad, and this is 50 Facts About Brad. My name is Richard Bradley Conway. I go by Brad, Bradley, don't call me Richard. I've been called Dick before, pretty common stuff. I'm 26 years old. I'm from Merriam, Kansas, so I was born on the Kansas side, and then I moved to Platte City, Missouri, which is basically Kansas City, Missouri. And the last 2 years before I moved here to Phoenix, I lived in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, which is about an hour and a half south of St. Louis. Best places to go in Missouri, I would rate it as Oklahoma Joe's first, Gates Barbecue second, Jack Stack's Plaza, and what am I missing? Arthur Bryant's last. If you go to Oklahoma Joe's, then you want to get the Carolina style sandwich or just the chicken ziti sandwich. It's so good. I have two brothers. My older brother is 32, his name is Alan. My little brother is 20 years old, and his name is Trey. My mother's name is Kathy, and my dad's name is Alan. I went to high school at Platte County High, and then after I graduated there in 2006, I did my associate's degree at Maple Woods Community College. After that, I was originally accepted to Truman State, but then decided to go to Southeast Missouri State University. I'm a multimedia journalism major with an emphasis in creative writing. Right now I'm in the process of getting everything done for my master's degree, and so far I have applied to La Trobe University, which is located in Australia, for their Master of Management program, sports management. If that doesn't work out, then I will go to Missouri Baptist University. They have an online sports management program. If I could live anywhere, it would definitely be Chicago. That place is the best. It's just a whole different feel out there. I like the fast-paced movement and just being surrounded by buildings. It's just really neat out there. If you ever get a chance, you gotta go there. My favorite type of food is barbecue. I can't stand seafood. I think it tastes like shit. Ugh. I just don't. Ugh. 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 Favorite movie actress? Oh, that's going to be Mila Kunis and Jennifer Lawrence. Mila Kunis and Friends with Benefits, wow, she looks so good. Favorite comedian is probably Jim Jeffries. And on that piece of paper, it says, try not to be a cunt. I don't even know if that was an Australian accent. Worst TV sport? That award goes to NASCAR, because that's the most boring shit I've ever seen on television. If I turned into a millionaire right now, I would instantly book a trip to Europe, and I would just backpack Europe and take a tour of Eastern Europe. I would want to learn everything about the Holocaust, because I'm really interested in that. I think it's cool to learn. Whenever I was in high school, I had a coach. His name was Mr. Dixon. He was a huge dick, and actually he looked like a really, really ugly hobbit. He was weird looking. It's a long story, but he was my most hated teacher at my high school. When I was in middle school, I got screamed at in the office for putting fries on my friend's peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I have no idea why I did that, but it was weird because he was my friend too, and I think I was just messing around, but he ended up crying, and I ended up going to the office, and it really sucked. I had a hamster named Layla, and she passed away earlier this year due to cancer, but she was the coolest little creature I think that I've ever handled. Other than a dog or something, it was really cool to learn about hamsters on the web and to actually connect with them, and she was really cool. So I do miss her. I don't give a shit about politics, period. Favorite bands? Right now, I really like Twin Forks, which is the lead singer of Dashboard Confessional. His name is Chris Carrabba. If you haven't listened to them, you gotta check them out. They're so good. Really like Cartel. I listen to them pretty consistently. I actually really like Owl City. I love their electronic songs, and really like Jason Mraz too. Favorite alcoholic drink? Well, I don't really drink anymore. I stopped a while back, and it's because I don't really, I mean, what's the point in drinking? I don't know. It's just a waste of money if you go out and spend all this money, and plus who wants a hangover the next day? As you get older, it just gets worse. But if I had to choose, it would probably be a Long Island iced tea. My least favorite state is Probably Texas. Everyone is so gung-ho about that place. I think that place is nothing but a shithole. It's just a wasteland. That's all that it is. It's boring. I've never finished a whole book in my life. I've started. I'll probably read like 20 pages, and then I'm done. I just can't read anymore. I'm so good. When I was little, I was stupid, and I was growling at my dog, probably like this far away from his face, and then I jumped on him. And I've got a scar here, scar here, scar here, and scar on my cheek. You can see my scars, but I had to wear a patch on my eye for quite some time, so I can only see like out of this eye. Least favorite social media platform is probably Facebook. I don't know why I choose to keep my Facebook, and I think it's only because everyone else has one, so if you don't have one, then it's just weird. And I feel like if I got rid of it on my iPhone, that I would probably feel a bit empty because I'm used to just scrolling whenever I'm bored. But I hate seeing like where like people check in and stuff, and just some of the statuses that you read is just flat out dumb. And I'm not even friends with half the people that I'm friends with on Facebook. Like there's a lot of people that I just don't give a shit about anymore. I'm obsessed with candles. I really like going to the Yankee Candle, and I enjoy like pumpkin spices or like ciders. Oh man, those are the best candles ever. Whenever fall time hits, that's the best. Favorite season is probably fall time. I love the fall back home in Kansas City. One of my favorite things to do is go to the apple orchard and the pumpkin patch every single year. It's just something that I do and I enjoy it, and it's just fun. And I really like Halloween too. But the fall season is just beautiful in Kansas City. I'm not a huge fan of classic rock, so everyone that listens to Bob Marley, Pink Floyd, and who else? I don't know, those type of people, Led Zeppelin, whatever. I'm really not a huge fan of their music. I don't like Jimi Hendrix. Like, if I want to go old school, I really like listening to ELO, or like Dire Straits, or Bob Seger. I really love that type of music if I'm gonna go old school. In the 90s, I used to be obsessed with NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, and Hanson. But Hanson was probably my number one. I even had their tour tapes, and I would watch them all the time. And my mom would walk into my room while I'm jamming out to Hanson, and I'm just singing and dancing in my room. I think coffee is gross, and it gives you yellow teeth. I could probably live off of peanut butter. If you go to Trader Joe's at all, they actually have a sugar cookie peanut butter, and it is the best thing I have ever had. I could eat the whole jar easily in one day. Sometimes I get the hiccups. I really hate materialistic people. Get over yourself. I used to be huge into Pokemon, and I would freak out whenever my mom and dad would buy me packages because they used to be so expensive individually. I remember one night we were in New Mexico, and parents went to Office Max, and they bought a shitload of packages, and I was freaking out, and I was getting pissed because my little brother was getting all these holographic cards, and I was throwing a tantrum, and for some reason I remember that night. But yeah, I used to be a huge Pokemon fan. I think Minecraft is fucking stupid.